Hi, welcome to day 5 of the 7-day spring challenge. Today we are going to work on our limiting beliefs because yesterday we determined which goal we wanted to pursue this springtime or which part of our goal, and then we also determined which steps we had to take towards our goal. And it's quite normal that when we make a list of all these steps we need to follow, that there are fears and limiting beliefs that come up in our minds. And today we are going to address them. So the question for today is, what limiting beliefs do I need to let go of this springtime to achieve my goal? And there are 2 cards that came out in the Dutch reading to help this. And the first one is, the only person you can work on is yourself. And second, focus on positive things. So when you dwell on all these limiting beliefs and fears that come up when you start working on your dreams, it's very important to know that these limiting beliefs are put there in your childhood, most likely when you were a little child, and your caregivers, parents, or the people at school put those beliefs in your subconscious mind without you consciously knowing it. So yeah, it's important to know that. And when you feel these fears coming up, these limiting beliefs, you can say to them, thank you for sharing, but now I choose to become a new version of myself. I don't address all of these fears anymore, and I choose to build myself up because I now choose to be a new version of myself. So we're going to read a little bit out of the book, Simplify Your Life in 80 Days, about the meaning of those cards. So focus on positive things. Let's see. Forget what they told you about life when you were a little kid, and forget about the misfortune they warned you about. Most people are brought up in a negative paradigm. They have been taught that life is hard, that you have to work hard for your money, and that you have to be tough to get some sort of success in life. These are all old beliefs that you do not need because they are far from the truth. The people who told you all these things were, of course, well-meaning people who were trying to protect you from getting hurt. They just told you these things they were told when they were little kids. The real truth is that the thoughts you think are so powerful that they attract the situations and things you think about. So when you consider the idea that life is hard, that will become the truth for you, and you will experience situations and conditions that confirm this negative thought. So that's why it's really important to focus on positive things. And after I have read this part of the book, I will inform you about an exercise you can do to let go of these limiting beliefs. But first we're going to read day 8. The only person you can work on is yourself. When someone is angry at you, it is vital to realize that this has absolutely nothing to do with you. The person who's triggered by your actions has his own belief system. And now he is projecting this belief system on the things that happen between the two of you. So it is never about you. It's always about the other person. Never forget that. You don't have to explain yourself or defend and justify yourself. You only have to focus on yourself and your own peace of mind. Because no matter what you say or do, it will never be enough to help solve the other person's anger. The only person who can resolve this anger is the person who feels angry. So this came up here in this reading about your limiting beliefs because, as I have told a few days earlier, it is normal when you start to work towards your goals and dreams that there will be people inside your life, inside your home, or in your friends group or something, that will get triggered by that. They will become maybe even jealous because they haven't had the strength to work towards their goals, or they were scared to do so. So when they see someone else doing what they love to be doing, they maybe get jealous, and they will maybe have comments, judgmental comments about you. So it's important to know that these triggers are all about the other person, not about you. So try to remember that the only person you can work on here is yourself. You don't need to explain yourself to them, or you don't need to make things right, because they need to work on their own triggers. In the Dutch reading, I also told a story about myself. As a young girl, and all my life, as a matter of fact, I never really liked alcohol. I just never liked the taste of it, the smell. I didn't like it. But when I was a young girl, of course, it seemed to be trendy to drink alcohol, and then sometimes I was afraid to decline the offer. And they poured me a drink then, and I learned that from my dad. Actually, the trick I then did, I looked in the room if there was a plant or something, and then I took 1 or 2 sips of the glass, and the rest I poured out in the pot of the plant. So yeah, that was what I would do when I didn't want to drink it. And then after a few times, of course, I thought, oh, this is really ridiculous. I just start telling them that I just don't like alcohol. And when I first started doing that, I noticed that a lot of people acted really weird about that. They started nagging me or laughing that I didn't want to drink and all this funny stuff. So yeah, I had to go through it. It was normal that people thought it was odd because they never knew better. Most people have always seen other people drink alcohol. For me, that wasn't the case because my parents also didn't drink alcohol. So it was normal for me not to drink. But other people, they see their parents drink and they think it's normal. So they feel triggered when you say, oh no, I don't want to drink that. So this is just an example, but when you set a new goal, for example, eating healthy, and you are used to going out with your friends and going to restaurants and eating things that aren't really healthy for you, and now you start saying like, no, I want to eat healthier, I want to live a healthier life. It's normal that your friends will get triggered and start to annoy you a bit or nag you that you have to be eating with them and stuff. So these are all other people's triggers. It's not about you. Try to remember that. Excuse me. It's all about the other person, and you can only focus on yourself. You don't have to explain yourself to others. Just think about your goal, the thing you want to achieve, and if others want to laugh about that, well, let them laugh. That ain't going to kill you. So yeah, that's the advice of the cards for this question. And then now the exercise I wanted to explain to you about how to let go of your limiting beliefs. Well, you take 2 pages. The first page, you write a list of all the limiting beliefs and fears that come up in your head when you think about achieving your goal, when you think about taking the steps to achieve your goal. Maybe you think people won't like me as much, or they will think I'm boring if I don't want to go out eat at McDonald's with them, for example. So just write out everything that comes to mind. And when you have done that, you take another piece of paper And you start at the list with the limiting beliefs. The first one, for example, I'm afraid people will think I'm not fun anymore if I don't go to McDonald's with them, for example. Then you write a positive statement about that. For example, I'm always fun to be with, people love to be around me. And then you go to the next one. And for each of these fears and limiting beliefs, you write a positive statement, and you take the old page with the fears and limiting beliefs and you burn it. Or you throw it away if you are not in the possibility to burn it. And then the other statement with the positive beliefs, you take it with you wherever you go. You read it a few times a day. And when fears come up, especially, you can go and read it to reprogram your subconscious mind and let go of those limiting beliefs. So then we go to the last card of the day, but before we do so, I will want to thank you for the messages I have received. There are a few people that sent me a message about the insight they have gotten about themselves while answering the questions I have given you in the previous days of the spring special. And also thank you for sharing the video with your friends, because there was one new person I didn't know, and there was one of my subscribers that shared the video with them. And so I was really thrilled to see that my 7-day spring challenge helped you. So keep on sharing the challenge with your friends, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and go and take a look at my books. I also have another book I have written, and my card deck. You will find the link in the description below. So the last card that came out as a tip to help you with answering this question is: never perceive someone as a victim. So I have a feeling this message is about the people that are going to feel triggered when you go towards your dream life, or maybe when you decide, oh, I want to go travel or pursue a new career, and you have to go travel for that or something. There will be people that will be left behind, and maybe you will feel sorry for them or think, oh no, they can't survive without me, for example. So then it's important to remember, no, I can't see another person as a victim. I have to see their inner strength in them, because every person is born with the same amount of inner strength inside of them. So see this inner strength in every person, and that will be best for you and for them. So I wish you lots of success with answering this question and letting go of your limiting beliefs. Have fun with it, and I see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye bye!